Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. So, I haven't made this video yet, and I have been planning on making this video, and I just haven't gotten around to it. So today's the day. I'm going to talk about my 2023-2024 NBA award winners, like guys that I think are going to win certain awards this upcoming year, like MVP, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved, stuff like that. So I usually do this every year, go over guys that I think are going to win, and give an explanation for why, and stuff like that. So the first guy here that I'm gonna talk about is, obviously, we'll go over League MVP first. Or do we go over Rookie of the Year and stuff like that? I don't know. Should we go from least interesting to most interesting, or most interesting to least interesting? I don't know. Fuck it, I'll just do it in the order that I got it. So, for MVP, I got Nikola Jokic winning it again. Listen, man, I think Nikola Jokic got absolutely fucking robbed last season, and that's because Philadelphia 76ers fans just cried and bitched and complained on Twitter all fucking year that Joel Embiid's the league MVP. Nikola Jokic can literally give you like 25, 12, and 10 on 70% shooting percentage, and he plays almost 70 games a season. So Nikola Jokic is one of those guys that I'm like, because he didn't win it last year, they're probably going to give it to him this year. Giannis now has Damian Lillard as a teammate, so that kind of takes away from his MVP case. Same thing with Anthony Davis. I mean, Anthony Davis was in the conversation last year, but he plays with LeBron, of all people, and I think that kind of hurts his case as well. Steph Curry's a guy that could enter the conversation. Steph Curry, Jason Tatum's a guy that could be in that conversation. Jimmy Butler, potentially. I really don't think Luka Doncic is going to be in the conversation. I can't believe I'm actually saying that for like the first time ever, because he's a guy that I picked, I think, to win it a year or two ago. And honestly, I just don't think it's going to happen. Like, I just don't think Luka Doncic has got, like, I kind of feel like Luka Doncic is overrated. Like, I'm at a point now where I feel like Luka Doncic is a bit overrated because he plays on a shitty team, and he puts up good stats while being on a bad team, and I kind of feel like that inflates his numbers, and on top of it, his team doesn't win a whole lot. And, like, yeah, you can go out there and average, like, 27, 28 a game, but if your team is not winning games, then, sorry, like, chances are you're not winning league MVP. And I'm starting to come down a little bit on the Luka Doncic winning MVP thing. I think people are finally waking up to that. Not saying that he'll never win a league MVP, but so long as guys like Jokic are in the NBA, and, you got Jokic, you got Embiid, you've got Giannis, Damian Lillard's, your Steph Curry's. I mean, Victor Wembanyama looks like he's going to maybe be in the conversation in a couple years. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on Luka Doncic. I kind of feel like his window to win league MVPs is closing, and it's closing relatively quicker than I thought it would. So that's the MVP. For Rookie of the Year, I know a lot of people are going to pick Victor Wembanyama, and understandably so. I mean, what we've seen in his preseason games are very good. But I have a feeling Chet Holmgren is going to slightly edge him out. I'm not sure why, but I just have a feeling Chet Holmgren is going to put up a better fight than people want to give him credit for. Chet Holmgren is a very good basketball player. This is going to be technically his rookie year. I understand he was in the league for 1 year, but he was out all last season with an injury. Chet Holmgren is a guy who's just not getting no respect. I mean, we're talking about a guy who was, the number 1 overall pick last year, and he just didn't play. Chet Holmgren has more juice than people want to give him credit for. So, yeah, I have Chet Holmgren winning Rookie of the Year. Maybe that's a bit of a hot take, but I think Chet Holmgren's going to be the guy. For Defensive Player of the Year, I have Jrue Holiday. And the only reason I have Jrue Holiday is because he plays for the Boston Celtics, and they're a defensive team. And I have a feeling he's going to be the next Boston Celtics guard to win Defensive Player of the Year. That was the main reason they picked him up, and not for nothing, but Jrue Holiday can lock motherfuckers down. So, yeah, I'm picking Jrue Holiday for Defensive Player of the Year. It's funny, I was going to give a bit of a hot take and say it'll be Mark Williams, because Mark Williams, towards the end of last season, was like one of the best defenders in the NBA. But I just don't think they're going to hand him that award this early on in his career. And I also think, like, you know, Rudy Gobert's still really good. Bam Adebayo's still really good. Jaren Jackson Jr. looks like he's going to maybe get the opportunity to be the number one option over in Memphis for 25 games. So, yeah, I have Jrue Holiday winning Defensive Player of the Year. He's a solid choice. He's one of the best defenders in the league. He's probably the best guard defender in the league. So, yeah, I have Jrue Holiday winning Defensive Player of the Year. Sixth Man of the Year is going to be Rui Hachimura. I don't know why, but Rui impressed me last season after he got traded to the Lakers. And I feel like him getting a full season to play with the Lakers and come off the bench, I feel like he's going to have a serious case for Sixth Man of the Year. Now, originally I wanted to pick Austin Reeves, but the fact of the matter is Austin Reeves is going to be a starter for the Lakers, I would assume, after they just paid him all that money. So, yeah, that's why I picked Rui Hachimura. Rui Hachimura, solid player, did really, really well off the bench last season for the Lakers. I think that continues this year. And I actually look to see him maybe improve this year a little bit. Like maybe, you know, like he's already a good player, but, you know, I'm looking to see what else in his game actually evolves this year, because I feel like Rui Hachimura is going to take another step this year. And that's actually something I'm kind of excited for. So, yeah, Sixth Man of the Year, I got Rui Hachimura. And Most Improved Player. This is a hard award to figure out, but I'm going to give you guys a guy that most of you are probably not really thinking about, and that's going to be Devin Vassell of the San Antonio Spurs. They just paid him an ass ton of money, and you don't pay people that much money and not make them a starter. I'm just saying, like, the starting lineup for the Spurs is looking like it's going to be like Trey Jones, Devin Vassell, Keldon Johnson, Wembanyama, and whoever, I think, Collins or whatever the fuck his name is, they're going to have at center. So, yeah, I'm thinking Devin Vassell goes off this year. I mean, last season, I think he averaged, 14 points a game or something like that. Like, Devin Vassell, you know, obviously Coach Pop likes something about him, but yeah, last season he shot 38% from three, 43% from the field on 18.5 points a game, and he's going up gradually every year, it seems. He's only 22 years old. He only played 38 games for the Spurs last season. He started 32 of them. But if they're paying him that much money, Coach Pop likes him. And if Coach Pop likes him, Coach Pop is going to start him. And I'm just going to say this. I expect Devin Vassell to average probably anywhere from 22 to 23 points a game. Maybe even in the 25 range. Who knows? But I feel like in San Antonio, we're going to be getting the Devin Vassell, Victor Wembanyama show. And yes, while Wemby is going to get his shots up, so is Devin Vassell. Devin Vassell is one of those guys that I just feel like this is his year. You know what I'm saying? Like, every year his stats have been going up. And I just feel like, especially starting out the year, I wouldn't be surprised if Devin Vassell is actually their number one option and Wemby is their number two option, just to, you know, ease Wembanyama into the NBA game. But yeah, I think Devin Vassell has a bonkers fucking year. Kind of like Lauri Markkanen had last year. I kind of think that's what Devin Vassell is going to do this year. So anyway, tell me what you guys think about this. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on it down below in the comment section below. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more. I'm the Fast Break Report, and out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.